Hello and welcome to our video on student life and what services we offer for student organizations. This video and the series that it's part of is designed for new officers for the following school year and will walk you through all the policies, procedures, and information that registered student organizations need to know. If you're doing this as part of re-registration, you're going to have to take a test at the very end to prove your knowledge, so pay attention. First off, let's introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name is Ellen Whitehead and I'm the director for the Student Life Office. And in the Student Life Office, we support all student organizations, including fraternities and sororities. We coordinate orientation for incoming freshmen and transfer students. We support student veterans, and we also develop leadership programs. And in the future, we have community service initiatives coming our way, as well as developing campus pride and spirit on campus.
My name is Carly Garcia. I am the Interim Assistant Director of Student Life, and I oversee student organizations, Fraternity and Sorority Involvement Center, Leadership and Service Programs, Veteran Services, and Highlander Spirit and Traditions.
Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Valencia Martinez. I'm the Senior Coordinator for Student Organizations at the University of California, Riverside. I also work with Campus Vitality. This includes those things that we're talking about with Tart and Soul, campus marketing, and what it's like to be a Highlander here at UCR. As far as student organizations, I work with all of our service organizations that are here at UCR that are committed towards doing service within the outside community.
My name is Ekpeju Ed Inunu, and I'm the interim coordinator at the Fraternity and Sorority Involvement Center. We have 4 different councils, which include the Interfraternity Council, College Panhellenic Association, the Collaborative Multicultural Council, and the National Panhellenic Council.
My name is Giovanni Mayoral, and I advise the Arts and Expression Cluster and the Recreation Cluster.
Hi, my name is Rhiannon, and I advise the Cultural, Academic, Professional, and Honors organizations.
My name is Adam Ryan Daniels. I advise our spiritual religious atheist groups, our action awareness groups, and our graduate student groups.
Welcome to Student Life. This is the main office at Hub 229. This is where you can come to meet your student life advisor, get flyers approved, set up appointments, or ask general questions. You can also come here to check your mailbox for your student org. You might have things waiting for you. The address for you to use is on the screen right now. You can also get free paper here to make posters and banners, so stop by between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. and scope out what colors we have. So if you go through this office, you'll end up in the student org workroom. This is where you can work on your banners. We give you paper, paint, and markers for you to use. We also have graphic designers that can help you design something electronically. They're here from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
So let's go over the registration process. You should only be completing this process if you're the newly elected officer for the following academic year. Hopefully you've got here because you're the new president and went through Highlander Link to start the process. If you got here any other way, you want to backtrack and head over to highlanderlink.ucr.edu. Find your organization and click the button that says re-register. You'll end up here at this tutorial. We're going to cover all the basics. Some of these might be a refresher, some might be brand new to you, but it's important you pay attention. After the videos are over, you'll take a brief quiz, what you'll need to pass. After you complete the videos and the quiz, there are other steps you will need to take to make sure that your Highlander Link page is up to date. We'll talk more about Highlander Link soon and how to make those changes.
So, aside from spring re-registration, what else is required? The first requirement is that you attend cluster meetings. Your cluster is another word for your category. Some examples include recreational, service, and cultural. They often meet to talk about what events are coming up and opportunities to collaborate. Your advisor will tell you what's expected of you when it comes to cluster meetings. The next requirement is that once a year, you meet with your student life advisor to do what's called a check-in meeting. This is basically a chance to highlight what your organization has been doing and ask questions of us. We can help you with every aspect of managing your student organization, including assisting you with event planning, amending your constitution, or anything else that might come up. In terms of membership numbers, it's required that your organization have 10 members when it re-registers. Your Highlander Link roster should include these students. The last requirement is what's called the Student Org Retreats, which is a day-long conference-style series of workshops that occur during the 3 days before fall quarter starts. There will be 3 days of student org retreats, but you will be told what day to attend based on your cluster. It's required that you send one representative from your org to the day that is designated for your cluster. By failing to do any of these things, your active status will be suspended, which means losing privileges such as reserving rooms, accessing university funding, and access to university insurance when planning events. So make sure you keep up with the requirements.
As part of the registration process within Highlander Link, you're going to sign an electronic agreement to something we call the Policy Compliance Form. Let me explain a little bit about this thing that you're about to sign. Most of it is pretty self-explanatory and covers some of the policies that your student organization is responsible for. But there's 5 sections we should look at a little more closely. The first is a section titled State and Federal Law. Basically, this means that your organization is agreeing that you won't violate any state, federal, local, or university policies. This includes a statement about hazing. UCR has a zero-tolerance policy for hazing. Annually, we offer training on hazing prevention at our student org retreats, so that's a good place to learn more about it. Or you can contact your advisor if you're concerned or curious. The second section is titled Fiscal Accountability. This means 2 things. You are required to have a bank account at an appropriate financial institution, which we'll discuss later in the videos. It also means that you have to have someone that is dedicated to keeping track of your finances, such as a treasurer. Section 3 is University Name. When your group started, you were able to decide on a name. If you wanted to use UCR in the name, it must be used only as a location. If I were the chess club, I could not be UCR's chess club or the chess club of UCR, but I could be the chess club at UCR because it's a location. Using it otherwise denotes a certain sense of ownership from the university, which isn't the case. Section 4 is membership. There's a few important things here. It says that the head of the organization must be a current full-time UCR student. Additionally, 50% of the organization must be full-time UCR students as well. This means that part-time students or extension students who don't pay the same fees that full-time students do don't count towards your 50% requirement or towards your minimum of 10 members. Lastly, this section lays out that all officers in an org must be in good academic standing, which means that you can't be on academic probation. You'll be asked to focus on your schoolwork until you get back into good standing. The very last section here that we need to pay attention to is called the Hold Harmless Agreement. This means that UCR doesn't condone or approve any activities you do. Your organization is solely responsible. And that's the policy compliance form. A lot of that is going to be on the quiz at the end, so if any of those questions trip you up, maybe come back to this video for a refresher. Aside from signing the policy compliance form, other tasks you'll need to do on Highlander Link include updating your roster, checking your constitution to make sure it's accurate, identifying your interests within the system, which help interested students to find you, and then signing up for student org retreats.
So that's it for video number 1. We've outlined the process to register, stay registered, and the consequences of losing your registration. We've also outlined who your advisors are, what Student Life does, and what this online policy compliance form means. Now head over to video number 2 for the next step.